Hello and welcome, my ducks with no feet. How you doing on this wonderful day? It's Super John Bombo here, and today we're showing off Etienne. So honestly, I don't know where to put this guy. I think I'm gonna put him somewhere closer to the front, but it really doesn't matter if there's things in the way, so I could use him right here. That'll get me popping power from here to here to here to all the way in the very back, if it comes down to that. All looking absolutely delicious at this point. So right now, what we're doing is we're playing CHIMPS mode for you guys. I wanted to use Etienne because Etienne's getting a huge new skin update! Quote-unquote, coming soon. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about that a little later on, but for now I just kind of want to get going with this content. Woohoo! Removing the skull this early on in the game? Crazy talk, dude. So luckily, Etienne's drone can pop camos for now, but eventually the key to Etienne is that he gives everybody on the entire screen automatic camo detection. So that's not necessarily that important. I mean, it's like one of those things that, like, you really want it to be there, but, like, you got a village if you really want to, and honestly, even, like, building a village that can have just jungle drums is probably important anyways. So buying that extra $2,500 cam detection total upgrade there is really not that big of a deal, but it is still part of the game, and we're going to use it to our advantage. So I'll be the first person to admit that I was pushing it just a little bit here with my my destroyer, but I finally got this guy, and I feel like for a while now we're going to be very much set here. So, the next thing you want to do is, if you're ever going to go for something like a destroyer, 100%, dude, get that alchemist flowing. I'm gonna keep it away from Etienne because I don't think the alchemist is going to affect Etienne at all. So we're just gonna kind of put him over here. Let's put him over here for now, just in case I want to get any other water towers in here eventually. I know this is in the way of the game. We're on round 35 right now, but you guys don't even need to know that. What you need to know is that this update is coming. It's gonna be pretty decently sized, but I don't think it's gonna be huge. Alright, just to be straight with you guys, I don't think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be significant, I think it's going to be fun, but I think the game is pretty decently well balanced, and I doubt DigiKiwi's just going to jump in and change things drastically in any way, shape, or form. But the main thing to notice is definitely the new Etienne skin and the new map coming. Those are really, really important things that I'm looking forward to, and this looks like a, not a copy, but a similar map to Another Brick, is what I would say, from BTD5. I mean, if you want to go cray-cray with it. Oh no, you guys didn't see it, but I just bought the wrong upgrade. I'm a little upset with that, but that's okay. We're going to get through this together, guys. We're going to make this happen. A couple of things to notice, that there's something with flags over there. I don't know if we're going to have some sort of you know, special trophy items with flags, and maybe some special trophy items with chickens and birds, or just something different. I really have no idea what those are going to be. Usually I like to kind of guess, but no idea. If you guys have any guesses or any thoughts, or if you actually know what it is, let me know in the comments below and let everybody else know so we can get this all together. I'm really excited for this. Obviously, we're on update 25, so since BTD6 came out, over 2 years ago, there's only been 25 updates, so every update seemingly is pretty gosh darn large. They usually happen about every month or so, so this is going to be big here, guys. Anyways, let's hop back in here to the game here, because we're about to fight the Moab. I ended up going for an, well, I'm going to get an unpopped army. I think for now I'm going to get a wall of fire here, just because I'm a little afraid of the Moab, man. This Moab layer itself is actually the tough part for me. I don't think the Bloons inside are going to be that big of a deal, mostly because I have my destroyer with an alchemist. So, yeah, easily going to take those guys down, no problem. And now, at this point, all monkeys gain automatic cam detection. So we don't need the village. Honestly, I don't really need this guy, but he's still one of those guys that's just so freaking powerful. There's no reason not to buy him. There's just zero reason not to buy this guy. He's OP right now. By the way, the wrong upgrade that I got was I got a wall of fire instead of the top path wizard in combination with my bottom path. And that really doesn't affect things too much, but I would much prefer the top path upgrade just for regular popping power. Just, it helps out a lot. The wall of fire is just going to be too random and too stupid in a lot of situations. I'm barely ever going to actually get popping power to this guy, so that's just a little upsetting. But now things are going really, really smooth, and honestly, I do not mind relying on the aircraft carrier and possibly the carrier flagship to do most of my popping power here for a long time, guys. To be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of the aircraft carrier. Like, just by himself, to me, he seems kind of bad. I mean, he's got a lot of attacks and a lot of things to do, and that is good. Having infinite range, having darts shooting out from multiple different planes, having Moab missiles shooting out against these guys. All of those things are awesome. But, like, comparatively speaking, I would much rather spend my $8,000 or $10,000 just kind of on a different tower, or just a couple different towers that might work out better for me. But that being said, I do really, really, really like the carrier flagship. Now, this is important. Does extra damage. Can place other monkeys on the upper decks, which is really cool. We can do some weird stuff with that. And this is probably the best thing about it. Increases attack speed of all water-based monkeys and monkey aces. So now, if we build any other water monkeys over here, we're going to be rocking things. And if we build any monkey aces, winkety wink, we can do some pretty awesome stuff with them as well. So my question to you guys is, how do you feel about Etienne? I have mixed feelings on him. I feel like he's not that good, but then when I see him in action, I'm like, oh, he's pretty good. So I'm really confused on exactly what I think about this guy. I think the main thing, though, for me is that he does level up pretty quickly, and having that UCAV is pretty freaking sweet. If you use the abilities properly, this guy can be awesome. And the automatic UCAV at level 20, woo, that thing is freaking delicious, dude. Automatic, non-stop, explosive, Spectre-like tower just attacking everything. That's pretty sweet, to say the least, obviously. Diggity down. So, I think we might actually have to rely a little bit on our UCAV for possibly 81 and maybe 82 here. Right now, we're not exactly doing fantastic, but we do have $30,000 saved up. And what I'm hoping to get out of this is soon we want a Sky Shredder. We only need $13,000 more. That's honestly not that much money to save up here. So my god, should not be a problem at all. We got so many Moab missiles at this point that this is just going to go down. But the balloon popping power, on the other hand, is a little bit weak, and that's why I've got this cannon here. Once we really, really, really need it, I'm planning on going for a top path 4-2-0 cannon. I'm hoping that guy's just going to kind of keep the balloons on the screen for longer and allow me to pop them all. But honestly, that's more later on in the game, because that once we get that Sky Shredder, the balloons are going to start to get annihilated pretty quickly over here. Alright, so far no problem at all. We don't even need the UCAV, actually. Woohoo! I guess maybe we should just use it. Just use it, show it off, show off his awesomeness. Honestly, I haven't used Etienne's abilities almost at all so far, which is kind of weird. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. But here we go! Sky Shredder! Now don't forget, what I said earlier definitely needs to be kept in mind. The reason why the Sky Shredder is pretty gosh darn sweet over here is because we got the carrier flagship, which increases the attack speed of the monkey ace. Allowing more darts on the screen, always a good thing. More Moab missiles, always a good thing. It means a lot of pops are going to happen because of this guy, and it's a great combo to have on your screen. Not to mention, infinite range, always a good thing. Alright, so we got the money for it. We're going to go for that cannon. Let's go for a top path balloon impact with faster reloaded missile launcher, and don't forget automatic hammer detection on these guys, so we don't have to worry about a village or anything like that. But I think, to be honest, you're wasting everything in your life if you're not at least getting a Jungle Drums village here, guys. At least getting a Jungle Drums village. Everything is shooting 15% faster. When you've got 4th and 5th tier towers, there's no reason not to get something like this on the screen. Alright, another thing to keep in mind is that we don't have automatic lead popping power with all of my towers, so we will have to keep that in mind for DDTs. Round 90 will be our first test. Usually, if you pop round 90 super easily, you know round 93 is not going to be a big deal. The 95, no matter what, automatically can be difficult. Even if round 90 is easy, round 95 can still be difficult. But with infinite range and all that stuff, I think we're going to be just fine here. Oh, baby. He's going to hit level 19 on this next round here. 19 doesn't necessarily matter that much to me, like drone damage, schmoan damage. Alright, I guess it helps a little bit. I'm waiting for that automatic UCAV, baby. All time, all around here. And we're going to probably get this guy before round 95. Delicious. And we're about to get our perfect cleanup tower here, which is just literally perfect. Prince of Darkness. I think, honestly, these days, if you're playing Chimps and you don't have a Prince of Darkness on a one-lane map over here, you're doing something wrong here. All right, round 95. Let's see what's going on. Etienne made it to level 20. We got our automatic UCAV going on in here, and it's kind of weird. Our Sky Shredder and the UCAV are kind of on opposite sides of the screen here, going in different directions. I don't know if I like that. They seem to have different speeds, though. Oh, round 95 is getting obliterated over here. It's not even getting to the Prince of Darkness. He's got 33,000 pops so far. He's got, like, nothing on our bag here. I think a lot of our pops are actually coming from the BFBs, hitting the Bloons on the other side here, and, of course, is just regular attack as well. Does some pops here and there. All right, so we got a little bit of extra money here. What are we going to do here? You know, it's a little weird. You know, it's a little weird, but, you know, I think in this situation, I think it's what I need. We're going to go for a little bit more balloon popping power with our balloon solver. Now, one other thing that's, like, might be a little bit pesky for us is the bad balloon, right? But with this many explosions, this many projectiles, and this much cleanup, there is no way that bad balloon is sneaking through here. So this is obviously an unbelievably powerful setup here. Ooh, let's UCAV it. Extra power! Round 98, though, you can tell those group balloons a little bit pesky here, but I did not have that solver just yet. And solver is here for 100. Probably the worst tower choice of 2021, but that's okay. That's okay. Bad balloon will go down here. We do not have our UCAV to activate yet, but this guy's going to clean them all up, even with 800 extra little guys down there. And round 100 is completed! And they knew what I was talking about, man. They knew they wanted to give me this surprised glue gunner right here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to Freeplay here. I'm actually a little curious. How well can our strategy work out here? Let's get the stronger glue with this guy. And I want to see just kind of how good this combo is going to be in the long term. And I have no idea. I could lose on round 101. I could lose on round 110. I could lose on round 120. I don't know. All right, 105, and I'm not going to say going strong, but, like, not bad at all. Etienne, baby. Look at that pop count, bro. 450,000 already. I mean, just comparatively speaking, he's got half as much as my carrier flagship. He's got half as much as Saximus Prime over here. And more than Gandalf, which is weird, but kind of makes sense, I think. Oh, here it is. Round 110, we got our second bad balloon popping out already. Honestly, this is scary, but it looks like it's getting destroyed. I think we're going to take it down as long as our wizard comes into play here. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, looking good, looking good. Looking scary. Good enough for me. Oh, no, there's another one. A second bad balloon. 2 rounds in a row here. They do not want me to win this one, guys. Holy crap. All right, we got some extra money. What do we want to spend it on? Honestly, at this point, anything is fine, I suppose. I mean, just throwing down a random Moab assassin might be good enough here. I've got nothing left. So close, but so good. And we take it down. 115. Come on. Go, guys, go. Just use them all. And we did it. Unbelievable. We're going strong here past 115. I have kind of a bad feeling about this one. I used all of my assassins. I'm using every single ability. But, you know, when you get this late, these bad balloons get really, really, really strong. And I don't have that much wizard damage here in the end. Oh, more assassins. But it still could be enough. And it will be. Still going. Another bad balloon. No! I think the DDT snuck through on this last bad balloon here. 118, though. Absolutely beautiful on Chimps mode. Everybody did fantastic. And that's where Etienne really comes in. Once he hits that level 20, he gets really, really, really good. In those last few rounds, usually not going to be a big deal for you. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button for me. Like right now. And subscribe if you haven't. Heck yeah. Press that button. And have a super duper delicious day.